Okay. Quality might be a little poor, but it's Christmas, so forgive me. Um, I'm going to tweet this out while there's nobody here yet. That would be a good idea. So, is everybody ready for Christmas? Let's see. Twitter. Share on Twitter. Stream. I'm live. That's what I'm going to say. I'm live. Okay. Awesome. So, I am off to, wait, let me just, okay. I'm still so getting used to this stuff. I am off to my grandmother's for, we usually do like a Christmas Eve kind of potluck get together every year. And we have like finger foods and stuff. This year, my stepdad's made a lasagna, and I'm really excited about that. So, also, can you hear me better? I am wearing a lapel mic. Um, it's really cool. I think, and the audio seems to be a lot better. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. It has a bell on it. As cute as it is, it's kind of driving me crazy. Just for now. Stay over there. My friend sent me this for Christmas. It's a tiny little thing. I can't show you because it's on my phone that plugs into your phone, and it's just connected through Bluetooth, and that's all it is. And it's a little lapel mic, and I think it's perfect for this kind of stuff. Yeah, anyway, so I'm heading to my grandmother's house, let's see, in about 40 minutes. So the stream probably won't be super long. Yeah, and we usually have finger foods and open gifts and stuff with that side of the family, and play games. Categories is a big one. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Categories, but it's, well, I won't get into it. It's a pretty popular game. I'm sure most people have heard of it. Is it good? Awesome. Great. It's my, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about my lapel mic, but my friend sent it to me for Christmas. So shout out to him. That's awesome. And yeah, how's your Christmas going? Are you all set? Are you all prepared? Have you got all your wrapping done? I was up late last night finishing all of my wrapping. Every time I thought I was done shopping, every time I thought I was done wrapping, um, I wasn't. I wasn't. It turned out there was more I had to buy, and therefore more that I had to wrap. Um, yeah, so I finally finished my shopping yesterday, and I was with my goddaughter. So, yep, big shout out. Um, awesome, good. I'm glad that the audio's working better. I know it was not. You don't celebrate, but you like it. Awesome. Do you celebrate anything around like winter solstice or Yule or anything like that around this time? Happy holidays to you. Um, yeah, I was with my goddaughter yesterday, and shopping with a baby, I just have so much love and appreciation for single parents and people that, I don't know, have babies and have to bring them around, because there's, even when they're good, and she was so good, she's so cute and so well behaved. But it's just everything's just harder. And you said you don't celebrate? That's totally fine. I hope you're enjoying your winter, at least so far. Um, okay, I can see the chat there. I guess there's some bad weather coming in. A lot of people are getting their plans delayed, and I've seen on Twitter a lot of people are kind of stranded where they are right now. So, I mean, that's no good. I hope everyone who wants to be around family this year is able to see family. I finally finished my semester at school. This is my second last semester. Got all my grades back. I did terribly in some classes, We had a flood a month ago, but it's okay now. Okay, good. I'm glad that everything's okay. We had a pretty big, wow, 23 degrees Celsius around this time. You must live somewhere pretty warm. Um, what was I saying? I'm so interested in the chat, and the fact that people are actually talking to me is so like I want to be distracted by the chat. So, but yeah, sometimes I'll lose my train of thought. Yes, semester. Yes, I'm done my semester. Yeah, so I'm an English major, so I got like A's in my English classes, and um, computer science, I got a D minus. That's the lowest grade you can get without failing. So it's a win in my books. I passed. It's not a win. It's not a win. Merry Christmas, Parking Tigers. What are you doing on Christmas Eve? Like, what are you celebrating? Are you going to be with family, or is that tomorrow? Or are you having a, quiet night in, or what? Um, I'm going to visit family pretty soon in about half an hour. So I'm pretty excited for that. I'm all done my semester. I found out that I passed a big exam I needed to pass to get into school, and I got into my graduate program, my teaching program. So that's the best Christmas year of all. Gift. That's the best Christmas gift of all. Is passing everything and getting everything that I needed to get done. Yeah. So tonight we're going to my grandmother's, and then I'm going to my dad's tomorrow morning. And I have a big Christmas supper to cook, turkey and everything, for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 people. So I'm hoping that all goes well. Last time I made a turkey for Thanksgiving supper, it was okay. Yeah, so yesterday I was finishing up my shopping and with my goddaughter, and she's a baby. I was walking to my car, and I saw this Toyota back into another car. Okay, I'll get back to you in the chat there, because I haven't figured out how to like. Okay, no, I have it here. I'm good. Yeah, I was walking my car, and this car backed into the car next to me and left like a little dent and like a mark, like scratch the paint. And I thought about it. I was like, snitches get stitches. Like, should I really wait around and let this person know the details of this car? Because I have this obsessive thing where I'm always looking at license plates no matter what. If they did something wrong, if they didn't, just like I recognize license plates, so I know like if creepy customers are at my place of employment before I walk in, you know what I mean? Because I want to know so I can prepare myself, or maybe do another loop or whatever. I'm always looking at license plates. So I decided that it was Christmas and I felt bad for this person that got hit. So I waited around and I told her that she was just hit. And yeah, so I kind of felt like a snitch, but also I also feel I've hit a car in a parking lot before when I first got my license. Didn't do any damage at all, and they told me to go. But I just can't imagine like leaving. I don't know. I don't think that's very good. A very good thing to do, especially not around Christmas. Like that's not very Christmassy. Um, okay, Gink in the chat says, while in uni, I rarely went to class, so everything above failing is good. I struggled this semester with attendance in some classes. And yeah, that was my mindset this year, was anything above failing is good for 2 of my classes. The rest of them I'm going to be going on and like using like English and French a lot in my career. So I wanted to make sure I was doing okay there. But yeah, computer science and biology, I did not do well. Computer science, I did very poorly. But I struggled through that class so hard. So I'm just glad that I passed, I guess. Okay, well, thought I would read you guys a story. My mom got it for me last year. It's called Emma Helps the Gingerbread Girl. It's one of those personalized like stories from Amazon. Actually, when I was doing a lot of ghostwriting, I wrote several of these types of stories where you could like input the child's name or and it would, there was one that I wrote where the letters of the name, like each new page started with the letter of the name. So you had to do like all these crazy combinations. So I've written like quite a few books like this. More complicated than this, actually. Um, Obviously, ghostwriter, I sold the rights to those, so I can't tell you what they're called. I don't even know if they were published, but whatever. I'm going to get to this. English major with computer science. So I want to be a teacher. I needed a math credit, and I thought since I had played with Scratch when I was a kid and made like little video games on Scratch and stuff like that, that computer science might be an okay idea for me because I'm terrible at math. Um, it was not good. It was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. Obviously, my life has not been very hard. The class was terribly, terribly hard. Um, so that's why I'm an English major with taking computer science, because I needed it for a credit. That's all. Serious Business says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Serious Business. What are your plans this holiday season? I was just kind of saying that in about half an hour, I'm going to my grandmother's for our Christmas Eve celebration. And then tomorrow, I'm cooking turkey dinner for my family, for my dad's side of the family. Due to family tradition, I had to write an autobiography at 20, and then I have to update it every 10 years. That is a very, very cool family tradition. That's like really, I don't know. I'm a history minor too. So something like that would have been so helpful for some of these characters that I've studied. Most of these people like are not very well known, like just a name you kind of find in a book and then, oh well, maybe I'll write my paper on them kind of thing. And around the Maritimes where I am, like, well, there's this whole thing. Well, let me give you a history lesson. Okay, so people who are less wealthy throughout history didn't have the same education as, or time and money to spend on education as those who are more wealthy. So there are lots of documents and diary entries and stuff like that that belong to a wealthier class, which is great too. But sometimes, you know, you want to study a common working person, and it's really hard because they didn't have the time to write these diary entries. They didn't have the know-how. Um, so what you can do is you kind of have to work around that. So a lot of the time, like maybe through recipes, maybe these people wrote recipes, or they did write small little notes about the church sermon that Sunday or whatever. And these little things help to create a picture of who this person was. So actually writing an autobiography and updating it, that is like super helpful. And I'm sure it might be, maybe it's annoying for you now, but your family in the future will probably really appreciate that. And then you say, hi Hashish, Christmas is a pagan holiday. Yes, it was a pagan holiday, and it was stolen from the pagans, from the snakes. Yep, Yule. It's called Yule, actually, and I'd like to hear more about that. So please let me know more of your opinions on that. Gink says computer science is dope. I didn't dislike computer science, and I did get a great satisfaction when I would get something right. But it was very difficult because it's just not one of my talents, I guess. Yeah, a little bit annoying, but I love the family library too. Yeah, I think it's super interesting tradition. Um, sorry, I just saw your link in the server. Um, that's awesome that someone's sharing my link in the server. That's very nice, and I appreciate all of this, especially around the holidays when there's not a lot of time for. I've been having a hard time keeping up with things on my phone, and anyway, it's very nice. Thank you. Parking Tiger says, "Thanks for addressing Hashish's concern." I celebrate Christmas definitely just because it's fun, and I even like I'm not religious. I like the religious aspect of it too. I don't know, little baby Jesus and all the songs about him, but I do. Should I say this? I don't know. I do believe that a lot of Christian traditions were heavily influenced by older traditions, which is fine, but I do recognize that. Gang says, have the fam autobiography from the dude who invented lobotomy. He's a very distant family member. Oh my goodness. We have a famous person in the chat. Gink is related to the man who invented lobotomy. I would definitely like to hear more about that, and I would like to know, I doubt that he's still alive, but if he is, I would like to know, because I have a few people in mind that I would like to refer them to your family member here. I think he could maybe help them out. I don't know why we don't do lobotomies anymore. Or maybe we do. I don't think it's very. It used to be a kind of a common practice. Like, what's this? Like if a woman was depressed, I have a book now. It's gone. I don't know if you guys read The Yellow Wallpaper. It's a poem about this woman who's experiencing postpartum depression, and the doctor prescribed her what was called the rest cure, which is to completely isolate the woman and in her room with like no light, no activity, and to feed her really fatty foods, like cheese and cream and stuff like this. And that's what this kind of reminds me of, like, oh, like lobotomies and all those old weird things that we used to practice. For him, it was a last-ditch effort. He regretted teaching the Americans, but yeah, you guys went nuts. Yeah, they really did like to give out lobotomies for sure, to women who are experiencing sadness or stuff like that. Yeah, The Yellow Wallpaper it's a short story, I think. It's very interesting. I feel like you guys are too far away, but I don't really want to mess with this. You should see my situation right here. It is not. You're on a stack of books. You're currently resting on As for Me in My House by Sinclair Ross, A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout, We Need New Names by Noviolet Bullawide, and How We Survived Communism and Even Laughed, and I can't see the author. Yeah, most of those were books I had to read for school. But As for Me in My House, I really, really enjoyed. I read that recently. I really enjoyed it. Speaking of reading, I said I was going to read this story. Emma Helps the Gingerbread Girl. And this story is very important to me because my name is Emma. To Emma, the star of the story. And it's from my mom, but she didn't write her name there, so it's supposed to say from whoever gave you the gift. Emma was very excited as it was the day before Christmas Eve and everyone was rushing around getting everything ready for the celebrations ahead. Cards had been posted, twinkly lights had been put up, and the Christmas trees had been decorated. There was also another special event taking place on this busy day, the Christmas baking competition. Tasty goodies of all kinds would be judged, with the very best declared the overall winner. You know, when you start a live stream, you have to pick like whether it's for children, made for kids or not. I always click no because I think you can like your video can get restricted, right? Because maybe that's for like showing up on kids YouTube or something and they don't want like you talking about adult topics on kids YouTube. But maybe I should have hit that this was made for kids because so far this is a great story. This year's very important judge was Mrs. Claus. They got Mrs. Claus to judge the baking competition? Where do you even find her phone number? Okay. Who had been flown in by Rudolph on Santa's sleigh. Oh my goodness. All the bakers were busy making their goodies. There were mince pies, Yule logs, festive cakes, scrumptious puddings, and of course, Christmas cookies. Emma, who was on Santa's nice list, yeah, I should hope so, and had been specially invited to watch the baking competition, noticed that one of the contestants, a little gingerbread girl, was crying. Hello, what's the matter? Emma asked kindly. Do you guys see that? That is so sad. The gingerbread girl sobbed to Emma that she was ready to decorate her gingerbread cookies, but that all her icing raisins and chocolate buttons had gone missing. Don't worry, Emma gently told the gingerbread girl. I will help you look for them. The gingerbread girl jumped for joy, then pointed to the clock on the wall. They didn't have much time, as Mrs. Claus would soon. Can I not read today? Mrs. Claus would soon start the judging. Emma began to look for clues. Perhaps one of the other bakers had hidden the decorations. They looked in Big Bear's back pocket. What? They looked under Happy Hare's hat. They even looked behind Eager Elf's ears, but the decorations were nowhere to be found. Not even behind Eager Elf's big ears? There's a lot of room back there. Then, just as they were about to give up, clever Emma noticed a little trail of icing sugar on the floor leading to the back door, and it had some very strange looking footprints in it. You know, I wanted to do Christmas baking this year, but butter is like $9 a pound. So I just couldn't justify it, even though it would have been very, very fun. They followed the footprints as they stepped outside. They saw some icing splats and blobs, and a few raisins had been dropped. Can you hear that? Emma asked the gingerbread girl. I have a feeling I know what's going on. Thanks, Ukraine, for expensive butter, Gink says in the chat. Someone's to blame. I'm serious, $9 a pound. Like, every time I go to the grocery store, I spend $100, even if it's on a few things. And I shop cheap. Like, I'm very frugal. I'm always looking at what's on sale. I will always get I will buy the no name or the value brand or whatever over the name brand. If it's cheaper, it doesn't matter. If it's cheaper, that's what I'm getting, you know? And it's crazy. So yeah, someone's to blame for $9 butter. There was a loud crunching, followed by an even louder munching sound coming from Santa's sleigh. Emma and the gingerbread girl crept up to the front of the sleigh. They couldn't believe their eyes. Chewing on a crunchy carrot while singing some rather out-of-tune Christmas songs was Rudolph. Who would have guessed this? One in the chat if you knew it was Rudolph that had stolen the baking supplies. He was busily decorating reindeer-shaped cookies with the missing decorations. Naughty reindeer. I can't believe that. I thought Rudolph was like the nice one, and he's going around stealing little gingerbread cookie supplies. Rudolph, what are you doing? Exclaimed Emma. Exactly. What is he doing? The gingerbread girl needs those decorations. Rudolph explained that he just wanted to borrow them so he could enter the competition himself. I'm sorry. This is like in school when someone would not come to class with any paper and, hey, can I borrow a piece of paper for the quiz? Or can I borrow a piece of paper for whatever? No, you can have a piece of paper. You borrow a book. You borrow a pen. You know, something I can get back. Are you going to give me your finished essay when you're done with my piece of paper? You're not borrowing it. You're taking it. Yes, you may have one, but ask to have it, not to borrow it, because it's a single-use item. Like, can I borrow a tampon? No, I don't want that back. You can have one. I have a brilliant idea, said Emma. You can help us decorate the cookies. But he already made them. He already made them. They all rushed back into the hall to start as the time was running out. Yeah, what a friggin' waste of time. It's almost done. Icing, chocolate buttons, and raisins. Why the raisins? Flew everywhere as one by one the tasty gingerbread cookies were decorated and finished in the nick of time. The three looked on nervously as Mrs. Claus came to the table to inspect all the entries. Gink says, Rudolph thief. Might as well steal, though, if you're paying £9 for butter. I have an insanely strong moral compass, okay? I care about the principle of the thing. I care about rules, even if the rules that I don't agree with. Even if the rules that I don't agree with. Like, all of this, for example, like, masking, like my school, you still have to wear a mask in school. Like, at this point, I'm annoyed by it. I don't think it's necessary. But I'm not going to walk around without it. Even though I disagree, like, I have a hard time with rules. You should follow Rudolph's ways of stealing. Did you guys ever watch that show on Netflix called Trinkets, where it was basically just romanticizing and showing you how to steal, and then like showing the haul at the end? Like, they would be like, oh, like looking at all their stuff, and that I watched that show and I was like, that show makes me want to steal. And I've never stolen anything in my life, not on purpose. When I was 4, I accidentally stole a headband from Valley Village, and my grandmother and I walked all the way back so we could pay for it. We're almost done. Then, to their complete surprise, she announced that Emma Rudolph and the Gingerbread Girl were the winners. And to Rudolph's dismay, the first prize was a trip in Santa's sleigh. That's what Rudolph gets for stealing from a little girl. He gets to hook himself right onto that sleigh and drag them around, okay? And like, why did he want to enter? Did he not know? Did he not know that was the prize? Okay. Bobby Dooley says, I stole an Aladdin toy from a neighbor when I was a kid. Then Gink says, same with you romanticizing psycho stalker boyfriends, LMAO. My ex loved him. I don't think I understand. If you could clarify, psycho stalker boyfriends? Me? Did I say that I did that? I might have. I just don't remember. And then Bobby Dooley again says, didn't realize I took it home. Did you give it back? No judgment if you didn't. With me and the headband, I had this idea that I had a little purse. I was like 4. I was really young. I had a little purse, and I had the idea that everything I was going to buy there that day, that I would put in my purse to like bring it up to the cash. And I put the headband in there, and then I didn't want anything else, so we just left. And we got home, and I said, oh, the headband, I forgot we didn't buy the headband. And my grandmother was like, oh yeah, did we leave it there? And then I opened my purse, and I was like, oh no. And I remember feeling so bad, because it wasn't like I didn't understand that stealing was wrong. I did, and it was not intentional. And so my grandmother said it was okay, but we walked, and it was a pretty long walk. We walked all the way back and paid for it, $1. But I think that's the right way to do it. Bobby Dooley doesn't remember if he returned the Aladdin action figure. I just remember my dad getting mad at me for taking it. How old were you? Yeah. 6 or so. Yeah. I don't think that's a big deal at all. And I had an Aladdin toy. No, I didn't. It wasn't Aladdin. It was a genie. And it wasn't the genie. It was like, I don't know. It was just a toy genie, and I loved it so much. And there used to be this Disney show, I think, and I'm looking it up right now because I just remembered it, called Genie on the Couch or something. Okay, this is like, you know those TikToks where It's like, I'm gonna unlock all these memories for you or whatever, all these shows that you forgot about. Um, no, this is like, I'm not even sure if this is real. Genie on the couch. Maybe it was Nickelodeon. Oh my gosh. No, I'm going crazy. Genie show. Nickelodeon. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Well, a Genie in the house. Not Genie on the couch. Genie in the house. I'm going to show you. Yeah, it was this. This website, 10 Reasons Why Genie in the House was one of the worst TV shows ever made. What? Okay, I'm going to have to. Oh, it was racist? They hired a white actor to play an Arab genie and covered him in a fake tan. They also got him to speak in a weird squeaky accent that doesn't even resemble any accent in the world. I don't remember that. Okay, okay, so it's so bad then. Where can I watch Genie in the House? I need to show you guys this. If it's even what I'm thinking of, Genie in the House. Oh yeah, okay. I'm not convinced this is it, but wait. Oh, it's in another language. Where's the genie? Where's the genie? There he is. Oh wait, my live stream is playing. Okay, you guys get the idea. I need to stop this. You get the idea. That was a very, I don't know why I like that show so much. I don't know. I was like obsessed with like mythical creatures or like not even but like magic and stuff like that. I think that's why I probably liked it. Okay. Vault Wanderer says, "Hello, Merry Christmas. Very Merry Christmas to you. Please tell me what your Christmas plans are down below." I'm like melting into my chair like Ethan Klein. So embarrassing. Posture. Okay. You guys are saying Merry Christmas to each other. That's very nice. Never heard of that show. Yeah, I don't think most people have. And apparently it was racist. So let me go back to that. This, okay, it's 10 reasons why Genie in the House is not aged well. One of the reasons is just it made no sense. Adil, that must have been the genie. Adil was supposedly 1,500 years old and was trapped in a lamp for most of that time, yet when this family found him and released him from the lamp, he spoke English. Okay. English, as we know it, definitely didn't exist back then. This is a major plot hole, TBH. Use a little new, use a little NOUS. Guys, I don't know what that means. Number 5, it's supposed to be set in the UK, but nobody in the UK lives in a house that looks like this. Okay, I don't agree. I'm sure there are some people in the UK that live in a house that look like that. Maybe not many, but the canned laughter made it worse. Yeah, but it's like every single Nickelodeon show in the early 2000s. Like, relax. The dad was a, oh, this is a UK article. These are why there are words here I don't understand, and I'm not going to say that word. DRYSHITE. Why even bother letting a genie live with you if you're not willing to let anyone make any wishes? He also wore the same clothes every day. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is who wrote this article. Kelly. No sense of humor. No sense of humor, Kelly. I love Genie in the House. I'm gonna write an article, and it's gonna be called 10 Reasons Why Genie in the House was the best show ever made. And it's gonna be personally dedicated to you, Kelly. So how about that? What other articles has she written? Okay. Such boring. That was the best article so far. She's made some quizzes. All right, whatever, Kelly. You get a pass this time, but any more Genie in the House disrespect, and I'm not about it. That show is funny. Okay, so Christmas traditions. I want to talk a little bit about some Christmas traditions. This new one that I am seeing everywhere, I'm still melting into my chair, is Elf on the Shelf, right? And obviously, when I was a kid, we never had that. We never did that. Um, we put cookies out for Santa, and it was enough, like, for our parents to say, like, when we were being bad, like, Santa's watching, and we would be like, oh, Santa's watching, yeah, okay. That was enough. Like, we didn't need these little spies, up on the shelf, or causing a nuisance with the toothpaste, or um making a mess with ketchup and all this gross. Like, I I don't understand why we're Santa Claus is one thing, okay? If you want to lie to your I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna roll that back. If you want to exaggerate, maybe, because I'm I believe in Christmas magic, and that's not a joke. That's not a joke. There are some things that happen that I don't know. I don't know, everything, right? But, like, there are some parents that go, like, way, I feel like, above and beyond to lie to their children. Like, I don't know. But the Elf on the Shelf is like this new thing. Why are we creating new things, like, to confuse our children with? I don't know. I just find it weird. And also the idea that there's a spy in the house. I find that strange too. And honest to God, I hate seeing all these pictures on Facebook of the mess that the elf's gotten into. I saw this one where they made a drawing with ketchup. It was so gross. It was so disgusting. I just I could smell the image basically. It was so gross. Yeah, I think Elf on the Shelf is lame. Um I think it's weird that you put a little spy in the house and you spend your time, like, setting in a just go play with dolls. If you want to play with dolls as a parent, go buy an American Girl doll. I have some dolls. Go buy a doll, dress it up. I don't know. Why do you need to involve your children in this weird masquerade? Because it's not even for the kids. It's so the parents can post pictures of it on Facebook and get all the other parents. Oh, our little Peppermint and Skippy got into uh, a little mess of their own last night with the toilet. Like, I don't know. The toilet? I don't know. I've seen some really weird pictures. Um, it's just for parents. It's for parents. Just go play with dolls. It's okay. I play with dolls still. You can too. Don't gotta make it weird. Traditions that I like are getting together with family and eating food, good food, and baking and stuff like that. Wrapping presents together, Christmas music. I love Christmas music. My playlist did not get enough attention this year, my Christmas playlist. Um, I was busy, I guess. I didn't really have time to listen to Christmas music. Maybe over the next few days, that'll change. But yeah, when I was in high school, I we always had Christmas assemblies and Christmas concerts, and I would a lot of the time sing with them, with my band or with the choir, sing at these concerts. And so I was always, like, in high school listening to Christmas music. We had all these different songs that we were doing. We did one that I remember really well was "Oh Miss Believer," which is by 21 Pilots, but it's actually a very pretty like Christmas song. Christmas, I guess. They don't mention Christmas, but and "Winter Song" by Sarah Bareilles. I feel like I'm always saying her name wrong, but Sarah Bareilles, I think. Anyway, yeah, and I like I don't know, the milk and cookies for Santa, like, that's okay too. I don't know. What are some of your guys' favorite Christmas movies? And follow-up question, do you believe that Sound of Music is a Christmas movie because I definitely do. How long Gink says, "How long have you believed in Santa?" Um, I think it was, I think the cat was let out of the bag accidentally when I was around 7 or 8. Um, Probably 7. Yeah. Um, by a family member, and they felt really bad. So, they didn't think I was in the room when they were talking about it. So, okay, this is Bobby Dooley says there's an elf behind you, by the way. I don't think you saw me, but like my shoulders, like I felt my shoulders rise. Like that's how stupid jumpy I am. And I don't know if you're talking about my Eric Cartman wizard or if you're just messing with me. But if you can see elves and I can't, I'm going to be very jealous because I've dedicated my life to fairy hunting. My life, okay? Anyway, so probably you're just kidding. Okay, I forgive you. It's Christmas. Probably 7 or 8 years old. So then that was everything. And then my parents had to talk with me, and they were like, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, all this stuff. But yeah, how they kind of said it, they kind of told me there's real magic and there's fake magic because I still believe in fairies. I absolutely still do, and I know that that's embarrassing, maybe, but I'm not embarrassed by it. I think they're somewhere, and they will show themselves to me someday. And I have done enough research. I know where they are. I know where they like to be. I know what they like, and I'm gonna find them one day. Bobby Dooley says, I knew a girl in high school who said she saw a fairy. Um, I believe she's a liar because I believe that if fairies existed, that I would have seen one by now. Whoa. That I would see one. No, wait. I'm kind of contradicting myself. I think she's lying. I think she's a liar. Yeah, I think they're out there, but I don't think they just show themselves to humans, really. Yeah, there were a lot of liars in school growing up, and I always knew when people were lying. I still do. You cannot lie to me. You cannot try to manipulate me because I am the most manipulative person that I know. And all these little tricks you're trying, I've tried. I know the tricks. So I always tell people, like, don't try to manipulate me. Don't try to lie to me. Hannah. My friend Hannah's in the chat. Hannah's without power right now on Christmas Eve. Okay, so everybody please show Hannah in the chat some love. She's a very talented drummer, and I was talking about my band in high school earlier. She was the drummer. Is the drummer, still is. We just don't have a lot of time to get together because we're all working, busy people. Hannah says, liar. JK, I don't know what's going on. I just got here. And her power's back, everybody. So save your sympathies. Use it for someone else, like the homeless or the les incompetents. Yeah, her power's back. Awesome. That's actually great. I was thinking about that. Hannah, I wish you were here in person. I was just kind of talking about, well, someone asked me how long I believed in Elliott Smith. Winter Storm Elliott Smith. That name sounds familiar. Oh. Yeah. Duh. Oh. I didn't know he died that way. Oh, wait. Oh, Between the Bars. Oh my god. I'm gonna start crying. When did he die? 2003? That song, Between the Bars? Yeah, thank you. I used to listen to that song so much. I heard it in a movie or something, like when I was like 14 or 15. That song is so beautiful. I'm not really familiar with him. I know that one song. Where did I hear that? I don't know. I'm worried it was Rick and Morty. I'm really worried. I'm checking. No, it was. It was. It was Rick and Morty. I think. Yeah. Yeah. That is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing. Mhm. That is a beautiful song though. And I thank you. This is like the best Christmas gift ever. Thank you. Um for reminding me of that song. I can't believe I heard it from Rick and Morty. Rip Elliott Smith. Absolutely, Rip Elliott Smith. Hannah says, thanks, dude. Hannah, I'm glad you're here. Please stick around. He's your favorite musician, Bobby. Yeah, awesome. That's great. Gank says, now we know Purple Panic is very high IQ. She's watched Rick and Morty. Yes, I have watched Rick and Morty. I don't know if I haven't seen the latest season. I tried watching it, I think, and I couldn't get into it. But I think I was 13 when I started watching that show, like right when it first came out. When did it come out? Hold on. I'm just Googling so much today. Rick and Morty release. Yes, I did. That is, oh my gosh, came out in 2013. Yeah. So I would have started watching that when I was 13. It's a great show. Yes, I'm very high IQ. John says, what is my favorite movie ever? Easy, easy peasy. I'll give you my top 3, okay? Because it's Christmas. And then I want to hear all of yours, please. My favorite movie ever is The Princess Bride. Oh, sorry. My little lady fell. And her teacup. See how tiny that is? It is so tiny. Okay, Hannah, my favorite movie is, if I can get it off my shelf, The Princess. Everything's falling. That was Fred. Sorry, Fred. The Princess Bride. I love The Princess Bride. This movie, it's the perfect movie. And I could go on. I've made a video about it too before, because my 9th grade teacher was talking about how it was sexist, and I remember having an argument with him about it. And those kind of sentiments resurfaced online, and I was seeing articles about like how The Princess Bride is sexist, and I had to get on there and like defend my favorite movie ever. The Princess Bride is number 1. The Ring is number 2. Heathers is number 3. Silence of the Lambs is number 4. And number 5, oh my gosh, maybe Edward Scissorhands. Okay. John, you asked me my favorite movie. It's The Princess Bride. I love The Princess Bride so much. Oh, The Sound of Music's also very good too, which I was going to talk about, but I think we'll move on. So, John, please tell me what your favorite movie is. And John, I think it was you that asked me in a comment to talk about my high school experience, and I can do that. And Hannah in the chat, we went to high school together, so she could probably chime in. If you want to ask me about specifics, I can maybe think of some stories, or maybe Hannah, you can. I feel like our high school experience was pretty unique. Hannah and I, we got to sing on stage with the band Foreigner. You guys know Foreigner? I want to know what love is. I'm sure you do. Yeah, so because we were involved with a lot of the musical stuff at school. John's favorite movie is Kill Bill. I think that's with that girl. Let me see. Kill Bill. Yeah, what's her name? Yeah, Uma Thurman. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen Kill Bill. I've seen Pulp Fiction. But I've heard that Kill Bill is great, so maybe I should watch it. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, so Princess Bride is mine. I feel like it has everything. And in the movie, when the grandfather's talking to the little boy, trying to convince him that to read the kissing book is what he's calling it. He was talking about how there's adventure in it, there's love, there's violence, all this stuff. Like, I feel like it has everything. The movie has everything. I absolutely love the movie so much. Nothing will ever top it for me. And then The Ring, which comes in a very close second. I'm a big horror fan, and I love that movie. The first time I watched it, like, it genuinely creeped me out. I think that's why I like it so much. Bobby Dooley says one of my favorite movies is Paper House. Okay, again, I've never heard of that one. I'm looking it up. Paper House. Pictures of paper houses came up. Paper House movie. Paper House is a 1988. Wikipedia is trying to get money from me as usual. 1988 British dark fantasy film directed by Bernard Rose. Here's the plot. While suffering from glandular fever, 11-year-old Anna Maiden Madden draws a house. When she falls asleep, she has a disturbing dream in which she finds herself inside the house that she has drawn. After she draws a face at the window in her next dream, she finds Mark, a boy who suffers from muscular dystrophy, living in the house. She learns from her doctor that Mark is a real person. Oh my gosh. I just got chills. I'm not even kidding. Like, that sounds like something I would really like. But I feel like it's a movie that would really affect me. There are some movies that I've watched in my life that have really affected me, and, like, I will never forget about them. Movies that I maybe watched when I was a little too young. Boys Don't Cry is one of them. That was just a brutal, brutal movie. I was way too young to watch that movie with. Is it? Who is it? Who's in that movie? Oh my gosh. Is it Sandra Bullock, Hannah? Hilary Swank. I get them confused. I don't know why. Hilary Swank. Yeah, that movie was a good movie, but it really. Thank you, Hannah. Have you seen that, Hannah? Paper House. It's on my watch list, and Kill Bill as well. I'm gonna watch these movies. John says, "Did you ever see The Truman Show? If so, what did you think?" I've never seen. Guys, I've not seen anything. I've never seen The Truman Show. I know of it. I know of it, and so I'm adding that to my list too. Isn't it about a guy that's okay? Yeah, is it about a guy that's on TV, like, or but he doesn't know, or something like that? Maybe that's totally wrong. Maybe that's totally wrong. So okay, so I gotta watch Kill Bill. I gotta watch Paper House. That one I know is gonna be very good, but it's gonna probably bother me. Secret Diary of a Teenage Girl is another movie I watched when I was way too young, and it also, like, it wasn't a good movie either. I don't remember it being good. I rewatched it like 7 years out. Like, I watched it when I was 13. Shouldn't have been watching it. Rewatched it again when I was maybe 20, and wasn't that long ago. Definitely should have been watching it. But The Paper House looks really good. And yeah, I'll have to check out The Truman Show. I know it's very popular. Hannah watched Boys Don't Cry a really long time ago, but don't remember much. Good, good. I'm glad you don't remember much. It was disturbing. And it was based on a true story, which is worse. Makes it very, very sad. I want to show you guys something. So I want to be a teacher. I bought my first, like, teacher thing. It's called a Tubaloo. Gink, I'm going to get to your comment in a second. It helps for pronunciation and children learning to read, learning to pronounce and speak. So when you're reading to yourself, you can hear yourself very clearly and crisply in this end. Yeah, it's called the Tubaloo. Auditory feedback, reading fluency, speech disorders, designed for all ages. So I'm really excited to try this out. And it's funny and it looks like a phone. It was very expensive. It was like $30. And when I was a kid, we did have these, but they were made out of pipes. A much cheaper option. Gink says opinions on strange things about the Johnsons. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I swear to God, I've seen a lot of movies and a lot of shows. Everything you're saying, I've not seen. And I feel stupid. Strange thing about. Oh, yes, I did see it. the other night. I didn't realize what it was called. Um, how do I describe my opinion? Okay, I thought it was well done and it was creepy. Um, it was hard to hear because I had the volume way down because I was wrapping Christmas presents and I wanted to join the call and participate in the call because over the holidays, like I had no time to participate barely at all in the Discord, and I wanted to join and watch the movie. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was definitely disturbing. It was well done. I understand why they went on to those directors went on to do um, Hereditary and Midsummer. Um, John says, "What grade are we going to teach?" I'm planning on being a primary school teacher, so that's kindergarten to 6th grade. Thank you for asking. And Gang says that's a pretty dope tool. Yeah, they are very helpful, and I wish I'd had that. I in high school I had tutored several students, and they were learning English, so that would have been a very helpful tool for them. I'd say. Do I like South Park? I love South Park. I'm trying to get my little. I think I showed this in the last stream. I don't know. I love South Park. I find South Park very funny, and I've seen almost all of it. I think. I love a lot of adult cartoons. Simpsons, South Park, Bob's Burgers, King of the Hill. I'm so into King of the Hill right now. It's ridiculous. I used to watch a little bit when I was a kid when my parents would have it on. I didn't find it funny or understand it, obviously, but now it's like I'm on a huge King of the Hill kick. Gink says, have to go. Enjoy the stream very much. Hope you have a good Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to you. Or you said you didn't celebrate, but I hope you have a great rest of your weekend then. Yes, thank you so much. That's very nice. What shows are you guys watching right now? Oh, I actually have to go soon. Okay, I'll be right there. I actually have to go. So